Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about dragon riding and Dragonflight, specifically the dragon riding talents. So whether you love dragon riding, hate the idea of dragon riding, are super excited about it, or not excited about it at all, we're all going to be interfacing with dragon riding to some extent. It's going to be how we get around in Dragonflight, perhaps even into the future after Dragonflight. This is how we're going to get around, so it's important to kind of understand how it works. And frankly, I haven't known much about it myself, and so I was on the beta and just decided, I'm going to figure out how this works myself because I don't really know. I haven't had a bunch of things suggested to me in my feeds about this, and I know the information's out there, it exists, but it's just like not heavily searched, I guess, or something like that, which doesn't bode well for this video, but I don't really care about that. This is a passion video that I had a lot of fun doing and wanted to kind of share with everybody about how cool I think this system is. So for your dragon riding, obviously you could get your dragon riding mount very early into the leveling process, and you can do basic dragon riding stuff. You can still go super fast and everything like that, but you don't have as much vigor. Vigor is like the energy to make your dragon do like special tricks, which essentially makes you be able to fly longer. So you only start with like 3 vigor, and you get more through these talents, and you get more abilities and stuff as you complete the quest lines and stuff like that. But you can dragon ride from the beginning. But if you want to really maximize it and be able to dragon ride pretty much infinitely, you do need to kind of unlock these talents and use this talent system. Now, the talent system itself is nothing like special, right? It's mostly just a straight line that goes down. In the background footage, you'll see me dragon riding. You'll see me getting these talent coins, which I'll talk about. And then you also see me open up the talent tree sometimes and look at it. This talent tree is mostly just a straight line. You just get everything in it. So it's a completionist thing and not like a meta thing, like what's the best dragon riding setup. So think of the Torghast talents, the Deaths of Chromie talents, your artifact weapon, how you complete it all. It's not like a thing that you select and it's a choice, right? It's everything is done. You collect all the coins, you get all the talents, and then you're done, right? So that's kind of how it is. There's nothing special about it. There's a couple choice nodes, like you can get more, you can either do damage or you can get speed. You can get vigor by harvesting minerals and herbs, or you can get vigor by killing enemies. So there's like a few like minor choice things, but it's mostly just you collect everything and are done with it. But how do you get these talents? So I knew these talents existed, right? But I didn't know how to get the talent points. I'm level 68. I didn't have any talent points for this. I had no idea what to do. And this is where I fell in love with the system, is when I figure out how to obtain these talent points. So they're not normal talent points. You don't need to do a special quest or anything like that. These are purely explorative. You explore around Dragon Isles and you collect these coins. I call them coins. They're like floating coins. They look like dragons, like a dragon face on the coin. And you fly around and collect these coins, and those are your talent points. And it's really, really cool. So these coins kind of exist on like high mountains, hard to get places, places where you're going to have to dragon ride to get to. And, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So when you're leveling, for example, right now, if you're a min-maxer, you might look up guides that are probably already made with the best route to get all of these coins. You might look that up immediately and just try to finish it off as fast as you can. But generally speaking, like when you're just leveling casually, when you turn in a quest at like a really high place, which will happen multiple times, and you go to dragon ride off to get to the next place, look around you for a little bit. Look for a high tower, look for another high mountain, maybe head that way on your way to your next quest, and there's a good chance that there'll be a coin there. If it's like a really high place, a really hard to get area, there's a good chance that there'll be a coin there and you can grab one on your way to your next place. They're not super hard to find. They're pretty obvious in many cases. Obviously, there will be some that are hard to find that I won't find on my own, probably. I'll probably have to end up looking up a couple. On the beta, I was having so much fun doing it, I had to stop myself at one point because I'm like, I'm not going to actually experience this on the live game if I keep going. I'm having so much fun. I could just sit here and try to complete this like right now, or the next day, whatever. I could just sit here and try to complete this. But I want to really do it on my main character on the live game. So I did want to save it a little bit. But I was having so much fun doing it. And you find them pretty easily. Like I said, oh, there's a big volcano mountain over there. I'm going to go over there. I bet there's a dragon riding coin. Oh, there's a giant tower here that, to give one location away, there's like at the very top of the city, at the tallest tower at the top of the city, there's a dragon riding coin. And so it's like fairly obvious, but still fun to get to. Now, I do think there will be one point of annoyance for some players because the vigor recharge, especially before you start getting the talents, right? once you have the talents, it's a lot better. But before you get the talents, the vigor recharge is really slow. So what vigor is, you start with like 3 charges of it. And then as you get more talents, you get up to like 6 charges of it. And basically, eventually, by the time you have all the talents, you can pretty much fly infinitely. And I think there's just a talent that you can just fly infinitely or something like that. But you can essentially just fly infinitely just doing the dragon riding stuff. Like as far as you'll be able to flap enough and just keep yourself up and going across the entire continent or whatever if you need to. So it becomes that way. But before that, it takes a while. And the vigor recharge is slower. You have less vigor to begin with. You have 3 instead of 6. And so it is slower. So to get to some places, you'll get like 3/4 of the way up. Then you're gonna have to wait for your vigor to recharge to get the rest of the way up. There was a couple that I had to like wait twice to get to the very top, and I could see people being annoyed by that. Now it's not like it's like 20 minutes or something like that. It's like 5 minutes probably, if I had to guess, that you just sit and wait. But a lot of players don't like that, so I can see that being annoying to some people. But overall, I didn't really mind it. It's just like, I just got to wait until this recharge thing. Could the vigor recharge be faster to begin with? Sure. But I guess like the reality is waiting 5 minutes for a talent point isn't really that big of a deal at all. And you could argue why wait at all. But, if it was 20 minutes or something, then maybe I would definitely say that. But 5 minutes or whatever isn't that really that long to wait to like, for a completionist type thing, right? If you're a completionist, you kind of probably know that feeling to where you're like, oh yeah, that's absolutely nothing to wait to grab this coin. And so, yeah, I had a ton of fun doing this. I hope that they expand upon this system in the future, right? I would love to see these dragon riding coins hidden across Eastern Kingdoms and Kalmador, one on the top of the Ironforge Mountain, one at the entrance of I don't even know what the dungeon is, the big spire that you can see from Loch Moden in the Twilight Highlands, I think it's called. The raid from Cataclysm, whatever. But have these dragon riding coins in the old areas. Have them in Northrend. Put dragon riding coins in Mists of Pandaria. Speaking of Mists of Pandaria, these coins remind me a lot of like finding those scrolls in Mists of Pandaria. If you never did that, I think I did a video on this, on like where they all are. In Mists of Pandaria, you could find these scrolls for achievements hidden all around Pandaria. And these coins give me a lot of vibes like that, kind of mixed with the... if you did Vortex Pinnacle, I don't know, maybe that's the raid, but whatever dungeon is near Vortex Pinnacle, or if that is Vortex Pinnacle, the achievement for that dungeon was to collect these orbs, these balls or whatever, and you like had to jump off the edge to get them. It kind of melds that with the fact that you have to like fly through these coins with the fact that they're hidden and they're usually like in high and hard to get areas. It kind of melds those two things together very well, in my opinion. And I just found it to be really cool. I'd love to see them expand upon this. Maybe the coins in the future could not only maybe give you more vigor, but maybe it could like give you more customization options. Just more options for your dragon riding mounts in general, and make them even cooler than what they already are. So this is something I'm super hyped about. I always talk about expanding too, like Dark Moon Fair, expand the holidays. I'm going to be talking about expanding dragon riding. Put these coins everywhere. This is cool, man. Especially once dragon riding is unlocked everywhere, which I am assuming it's going to be. These coins need to be everywhere, man. It's very, very fun. Put them in the hardest to get places and hide them even better, I would say, maybe in the future, because these aren't that hidden. They're just kind of high in the sky, but maybe hide them in better places and stuff. I think it's really, really neat. This, like I said, this is just a passion video. It's something that I truly was having fun doing, and I hope that any, especially casual player, because I know some high-end players won't give a crap about this, but I truly hope that any casual player was having has as much fun as what I was having doing this. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.